We are back. Are you guys ready for another exciting episode of Roofing with Andre? Because I know I am. Today we're going to rip off a roof, find a lot of surprises, be surprised, be excited. That's what we're doing today. We're ripping a roof, but let's go through a couple key details before we start, because this is the exciting part. There are 4 details on this roof that are going to give me a hell of a time. One of them is going to be that scupper, right? Because there's 2 of them, but we'll call it one. So scupper is going to be very hard in some way. I might even make it a little bit bigger just to give it a little bit better flow for garbage and debris and stuff like that. But the railings are a big problem too, so that's 2. The siding, transitioning underneath it somehow is going to be very hard, so that's also going to be another problem. And maybe the 4th thing is going to be transitioning underneath the sliding door. And that is going to be because we have to remove the foam that's back there and really secure it to the wall, not just to the foam. That's going to be a couple key things that are going to be hard to do, but we're going to make the most out of it. Let's get started. The first thing we're going to do when we start is it's all about the setup. Now, what that means for us is that we have to get some scaffolding up here so we have somewhere to put these giant, what are they, deck pieces, giant deck pieces. We have to get them off the roof. It's hard. Now the scaffolding is up and the deck is completely removed. We're ready to start ripping off that EPDM and getting it all cleaned up. This is going to be the fun part, easiest part until we get to the big disaster, which is going to be the framing. Let's do it. Let me bring you guys in for a little close-up so you guys can see how it's really laid out. Now, we have that fiberboard that every flat, EPDM flat roofer puts down on every roof they've ever done, which is a very low-grade fiber material that's just, compressed natural fibers put into a board to separate the roof from the plywood. Now, this is really like, the reason I don't like fiberboard is because these screws will be down all the way. And then when this board gets wet, the screws will pop up because the board will lose its size. So it'll go from a 1/2 inch down to a 1/4 inch or nothing. And then the screws will all pop through the membrane. People will walk on them, pop through, and then you can't even save the roof at that point. Now, here's where we're at right now. Look how bad that actual OSB is. That's black mold everywhere. So we can just see where the water was coming in for years. I mean, this building is only 15 years old, but that's a lot of water. Wow. Just wow. Look at this. Can I break it with my hand? Ooh, it's a lot of mold. And this is why I don't like modular buildings, because I think the oversight is not really there when they're constructing it. And, they're just doing whatever, and they're banging out so many buildings in a day that it really is kind of hard to keep quality under control. I'm sure there are companies that can do it, but the ones I've seen, I mean, listen, I gotta be honest, I only work on the worst buildings because they're the ones that have the biggest leaks. So, this is why I don't like it, for this exact reason, but what can you do? So badly rotted that it's like, honestly, wow. I mean, I know we can still salvage this and make it work. It's just surprising to me how bad things can get so quickly. Wow. Just wow. Look how much a rot there is. That's all just fiberboard and wood just mashed together. So all that insulation is going to come out. All the fiber's going to come off. All the fiber's going to come off. We're going to clean it up, get this thing back to where it was at the factory. Re-insulated plywood. Put insulation down on top of the roof to pitch the roof. Let's do it. I gotta leave real quick because I gotta go to another appointment. But I'm gonna leave Isaac here to strip everything. I'm sure he can do a great job. Hope all the weekend. back from my appointment, and I'm happy that Isaac got so much done while I was gone. He got everything pretty much ripped out. Now we just have a couple pieces of plywood we still got to cut back all the way to flush with the, because the plywood obviously continues to the outside of the building. So I just got to rip out this last little bit, and then we can start the insulating process. All right, we are now at the part where we are ready to frame up all the damage from the water. Now, I misspoke in my two last videos. There weren't any termites, there were only carpenter ants, and those are a lot easier to get rid of. So we had a little bit of damage here that we're now going to reframe this up because our curb is missing. So we're going to put down some plywood, frame up a curb, and then we're going to put down the rest of the insulation, and then we're going to put up plywood. So that's the plan. That's what we're doing now. Wish me luck, because I'm going to need every little bit of it because the sun is going down and we have to finish. So I will see you guys. Well, I'm not going to see you guys at all. Well, I'm telling you, let's roll the time lapse. All right, guys, we're almost done here. It's late. Oh, let me turn the light around because now I'm blinded. No, 1 second. Plywood's all down, so that's what it looks like. It's really dark. Isaac's down there waiting for me so we can put the actual roof down on top of this plywood. And so bright. Jeez. Oh, can I just get some reflection here? Is that what I'm gonna do? Never mind. So we're gonna put the TPO down overnight just to keep the dew from setting onto the plywood, because I just hate that. So that's what we're gonna do next. Put down the TPO, and then we're gonna come back tomorrow, take off the TPO, put down the insulation first. That's gonna pitch the roof, and then we can put it back. But that's it for today, guys. I would do an outro, some kind of outro shot, but it's too dark. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye for now.